the loops for that one. And you may want to have different, if you have it available, so you might want like a lighter band and a heavier band, because we have some arm exercises with bands as well. But we will try to make it work with whatever you've got. So let's start our warm up here a couple minutes late. We're going to go for the glute bridges. We want 10 of those. So we're going to bring it down to the ground and plant the heels underneath the knees. Lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, and bring it back down nice and slow and controlled. So let's go 10 here. Good, and when you've finished your 10, we're going to flip over and do cat-cow. So remember, for this one, you're putting your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. You're going to round your back, tuck your tailbone, separate your shoulder blades, and then we're going to switch it, press through, look up, and let that tailbone rise, arch the back. That's 1 rep, you're doing 5. Good, and then we'll go for the T-spine rotation. So forearm down on the ground, we're going to take a hand behind the ear. You're going to open up towards the ceiling and then bring that elbow all the way down to the forearm. And this is 8. Can't remember if I said that. I'm having one of those days where things are happening in my head, but they're not. Like, there's a slight disconnect. All right, let's go to the other side. And then if you get done with those, you go in for bird dogs. So this is one where we've got to be, a lot of people have their habits with bird dog and just kind of fly through it without thinking. I really want you to think about how long you can extend that arm and that leg. Get it straight, right? Push the heel into the wall opposite and make sure you're maintaining your core so that your lower back does nothing. It should not move at all. We're not going to lift up and arch. That's not the goal. The goal is core stability on this one. It's 20 total. Okay, your eyes should be down towards the mat or the floor so that your head, from the crown of your head all the way through to your tailbone, it's just one solid line. Good. Check to see that that foot is not floating up above your hips. It should be right in line with the rest of you. Shoulders, hips, and heel are, again, just in one line as you extend long. I have no idea how many I've done. When you're ready, let's bring it up to standing. We're going to go for arm circles. Let's take 10 big circles forward. And then 10 back when you're ready. It was a beautiful weekend. It looks like today's going to be pretty nice too. Hopefully you got to enjoy some of it. All right, when we're finished with that, let's go for the toe touch squat and reach. So feet are a little bit wider than the hips. We're going to hinge forward, reach for the toes. Bring the tailbone down towards the ground into that squat. Arms are inside the knees. We're going to lift up and then drive the heels in to stand up. We're going to do 5 of these. We got some squats today. That's going to be your first superset, squats and push-ups. Yay! Once you've finished 5, we're going 10 each side on the gate opener. So we're going to lift the knee up, open out, and bring it back down. You can alternate here, or you can stick with one side for 10 and then switch. We got 20 total. 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 Awesome. All right, again, I lose count on those. Okay, so we're ready to rock and roll. We've got squats first and then push-ups. I'm gonna show you options for these exercises. So we're gonna work with whatever option's feeling good for you. Basic squat body weight, we're gonna take our feet about hip distance, toes are forward and parallel. I want you to think about pushing back into a seat, and then you're gonna drive those heels into the ground to stand all the way up. You should be able to wiggle your toes at the bottom of the squat, heavy in the heels. So that's your basic body weight squat if you're feeling good today. If you've got something heavy, you can hold a weight with it. Goblet style here at the chest. Again, chest has to stay up. You're gonna drop down into your squat and drive through. We've got 10. Another option for you is to take it back to the ground for those bridges, just like we did in the warm-up. Heels are planted underneath the knees, head, neck, and shoulders laying comfortably. You're gonna squeeze the glutes up and bring it back down. So whatever option is gonna work best for you, that's what we're gonna go for. We'll start with those. So go ahead and grab your weight if you're using it. We're gonna knock out 10 of these. On your mark, get set, here we go. We're gonna drop down and press through. Get that little extra glute squeeze at the top. And hopefully rep 10 feels pretty challenging for you. All right, once we finish that, we're gonna bring it down to the ground to go for push-ups. So we will plant the hands just outside the shoulders. You can either be up here on your toes, or you can drop down to the knees. Either way, I want you to think about having a line straight down from your head to your knees or head to toes. So we're not gonna be butt up in the air. We wanna shift forward. It's like a triangle. So your elbows go out to 45 degrees, your head's the top of the triangle, and we'll just shape like that. As we push the floor away, think about rotating those elbow creases forward. You're doing 10. Knock them out here. Make sure you breathe. Exhale as you push the floor away. And then when you're finished, take a little rest. Whew, good. All right, shake that out. Grab a drink if you need it. We're gonna go back to squats here in just a few seconds. So again, depending on how that felt, you can change it up if you need to. We're going either body weight with a weight, goblet style, or down on the ground for those hip bridges. All right, when you're ready, let's get it started. Knock out those 10 squats. Again, I like to do a little head to toe scan. Are my toes forward and parallel? Am I kind of pushing my knees out a little bit? Knees should kind of track towards the pinky toes. Core is tight, so you're pulling your belly button away from the waistband of your pants. Chest is up. All that weight's going backwards into your heels. Nice even count, 2 counts down, 2 counts up. All right. Take a few breaths. When you're ready, come on down to the ground, and we're going 10 push-ups again. Hands just outside the shoulders. Again, knees or toes. We lower it down. Push the floor away, rotate the elbow crease forward just a little bit. It's almost like a little slight twisting motion. And some days are better than others. Some days you feel really strong, can knock out 10 no problem. Some days are a struggle. What's important is that you showed up. finished your 10 push-ups, we're gonna do that one more time, and then we'll move on to our next exercises. All right, Lucinda's ready to rock and roll. Here we go. 10 squats whenever you're ready. Drop down, push through. Good, squeeze those glutes. Keep that chest up, slight pinch in the shoulder blades. Always on this third and final round, you're really thinking about perfecting that motion. Looks really good. Nice job, Tiffany. Breathe. And then when you're ready, come on down. Let's go for push-ups. Final 10 of the day. And just think we're changing the body part we're working, right? So the legs are getting a little break here. Check to make sure that your head is not dipping down towards the floor as you push up. Right, we want to keep that in line with the rest of our body. Good, and then a nice rest when you're finished. A little bit longer rest here as we get ready for our next superset. We're going to be doing single leg deadlifts and hammer curls. So again, lower body, upper body. Okay, so single leg deadlifts. Again, I have 3 options for you, depending on what's feeling good for you today. We've got hip lifts. We're going to do a body weight reach, or we can use a dumbbell. So if you're going for that reach, you can give yourself a target or just have an imaginary target. We are, again, going to get the balance on one leg. Keep the hips pointed towards the floor. Back toe is going to be pointed to the floor as well. Chest is in the lead. We're going to hinge. I don't have enough room. We're going to hinge as we reach for that target. Flat back. And then you're going to squeeze your glute and hamstring as hard as you can to bring yourself back to that start position. So we're going to do 10 on one leg, switch, and do 10 on the other side. If you've got a dumbbell, we're going to hold the dumbbell in the opposite hand. So I'm working my left leg. I've got the dumbbell in my right side. Again, chest is proud. So kind of open up that chest, slide the dumbbell down, back stays flat, and then we're going to bring the hips back under with a strong glute squeeze. And then one more option for you, if neither of those are working for your body, we can bring it down to the ground for a hip lift. So that would be here, and we're going to take one knee up, put some pressure on that knee with the other hand, push it away, lift, and lower slow. So still getting that good glute hamstring contraction on the working leg. All right, so let's do 10 of those each side. Pick whichever option you want to go with, body weight, dumbbell, or the hip lift. All right, here we go, 10 each side. And so lots of things to think about on this one as you start to execute. Keep that chin tucked. Eyes go with you to the floor. Hips are not rotating or opening out to the side. Yeah, work on the balance. Soft bend in that standing leg. You're pushing hips back and bringing hips forward. I got 2 more for me. If you finish all 10 of yours, you'll just switch the weight, go to the other side. Good, then open up that chest as you lead with it forward. We're not letting the one weight drag us down. So that shoulder's got to stay in place. Okay, if you lose your balance, just get it back and do your best. Really good. Nice job, Megan. You might have one side that feels easier or stronger than the other. That's pretty normal. Good. Couple more reps. Awesome. So next up is hammer curls. So it's a bicep curl. I want you to think about where the side seam of your shirt falls. You're going to glue your elbow to the side seam of your shirt when we do our curls. For a hammer curl, it's going to be thumbs towards the shoulders. So you will grab your dumbbells or your heavy objects here, shoulders back and down, proud chest. You're going to keep the elbows glued in and bring the head of the weight towards the shoulder. You don't want to come here because here I've lost it in my biceps. Now my shoulders are working. You want to keep those elbows right next to your torso. Don't bring that weight up so high that it causes your elbows to creep forward. We're going to alternate, okay? So we will alternate. It's going to be 10 each side. So we're going to take one up, bring it down, and then we go up for the other side and bring it back down. Okay? So choose a weight that gets you to a fatigued place by 10 reps. And then, yeah, loosen that. So if you've got, and you can pretend like my band is a circle, you will just stand on it. You can stand on it with one foot if you need a little less resistance. And yeah, you're just going to pull that thumb up towards your shoulder and then bring it back down nice and slow and controlled. Good. And with a band, you have the benefit of being able to kind of control the resistance a little bit. So if you need more resistance, you can always step on it with 2 feet. You can take your feet a little bit wider, and that'll cause you to have a little extra. Yes, everybody looks awesome, really good. And so we're going 10 each side. Once you get there, you can take a little rest. You know what's next. Good. All right, we got deadlifts next. So shake that out. Grab a quick drink if you need it. We can move right into this because we just got to rest for the legs while we did the upper body. Let's go ahead and grab your weights or whatever option you're taking. Remember, we got body weight, or we have that dumbbell in our hand, or we're down to the ground for those hip lifts. Let's go 10 each side. Good, check that back toe out. Where's it pointing? You want it down to the ground. That'll help keep that hip from rotating towards the sidewall. You want hip bones pointing to the floor, almost like you had headlights. Those lamps have to go down towards the floor, and then straight back up. Good, and when you're done with 10 on one side, you'll switch and do 10 on the other side. Chest proud, back flat. Core is engaged. How you doing there? I just caught myself kind of loose, not really thinking about that part of my body. It can be hard when you've got a lot of stuff you're focusing on, especially balance. Left side balance, not great today. Good. I love it. And that's really good, Tiffany, having that other arm out for a little bit of counterbalance. Really helpful. Good, good. All right, so remember, when you're ready, we're going to take the head of the weight towards the shoulder. So for the hammer curl, we're going like this, and then we bring it back down. Good. We got 10 each side. Don't lose count or you have to start back over. I'm just kidding. That would be me. I would be in trouble. I would never get done with a workout because I lose count every time. I'm lucky I have you guys to keep my eye on. When you guys start to finish, I'm like, oh, okay, we're done now. Especially early on Monday. Way to get it done today. You should be proud of yourself. All right, and as you finish those up, think about how your biceps are feeling. Are they tired enough? Could you go a little bit heavier if you have that option available? If you don't have heavier weights available on that one, we can slow it down. So another way to challenge yourself if you don't have the weight selection you want is to really think about that eccentric part. So we'll go down 1, 2, 3, really slow on that curl next time. Okay, final round. We're going single leg deadlifts again. Let's get it going. I'm going to get my left leg over with first. Hopefully I have some good tunes playing. All right, put your mind on the muscles you're working. Glutes, hamstrings, back of those thighs. Good, 10 on one side, switch, 10 on the other. This is the one the round that takes the longest, I think. Always with the single leg deadlifts. Excellent work, keep it going. Woo! Oh yeah, you feel that yet? Good. Okay, hammer curls when you're there. Final round, making good. Shoulders back and down. And bring it down slow. All right, I'm halfway there. I always kind of laugh when I get these weights out because they look really ginormous. They're like old school adjustables. And they're lighter than the other ones. I was tempted to use 15s, but I think that'd be too heavy. This is actually really feeling very heavy to me today. Ooh, oh goodness. Good, give it a little stretch here. Stretch those biceps back out. All right, we got a new superset. This is where we're gonna go for our little loop style bands, if you've got it. We're gonna be putting it on the legs for an internal, external rotation. So make sure you're safe when you put on your band. We want it to go about 2 inches above the knee. Now, you know what, let's go below. Let's go 2 inches below the knee. I think here. Which one feels better? Your pick. You can choose. All right, so we are doing internal external rotation, and the way that you count this, it's going to be 10 on one side, 10 on the other side, and then we do 10 together. We have done these in the studio before, but maybe you have not. You are going to go for a soft bend in the knee. We're thinking about keeping the feet pretty much planted, and we just rotate the knee out to the side. So that's going to be internal, 1, and then we bring it back to the outside, external, 2, 3. So we're going to go 10 on one side. Hopefully you can see that. And then we're going to go 10 on the other side, internal to external rotation, and we're going to do 10 together. So both in, both push out, both come in, and both push out. So your feet really don't move very much. You're thinking about rotating through the hips, and the knees are coming in and out. All right, makes sense, hopefully. So you've got that band on. Yes, all good there. Let's go for that soft bend in the knees. Nice athletic stance, feet about hip distance. Let's go for it. So take one leg out, external, internal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 8 on my side, 9, and 10. So now we're going to go to the other leg, external, internal. I have a hugely different range of motion between my two legs. Again, that's okay. And doing it each leg independently, that's going to help with that. And then once you get to 10 on this leg, we're going to do them together. So let's go in, kind of like knock knee, and then we're going to push out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze your glutes, core is tight. 10. All right. We're going to take a band off and bring it down to the ground. We got bird dog knee tucks next. This is going to be 12 each side. So we are going to get into that bird dog positioning. If for some reason that bothers your wrists, we can change it to forearms, but I'll show it to you up first. So in the bird dog position, I want you to focus on a super flat back. So we're not going to let the hips sag down. We're not going to round an arch. We're going to be right there in the middle. Eyes are just in front of the fingertips. You're going to extend one arm and one leg into your bird dog, and then you're going to bring opposite knee to opposite elbow, but we stop when we get here. We're not going to round and tuck. So you can see now my back is all rounded. We don't want that. We want that back super flat. Press away, and then use your core to kind of resist yourself like this. 2 opposing ends of a magnet between your elbow and your knee. Push, push, push. Engage that core. We're going to stay like that on the one side for 12 reps, and then we'll switch sides and do 12 on the other side. On the forearms, it would just be a slightly reduced range of motion, but we're still doing the exact same thing. All right, so let's get it started going 12 on one side. Here we go. We extend long, shoulders down away from the ears. Push, 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 stop, and then extend again. Exhale, inhale. I like to have my back toe, my planted leg, curled under for a little extra stability. Soft bend in that planted arm. Check those shoulders. Are they creeping up towards the ears? Good, and when you finish 12 on one side, everything should be a little bit tired. You can shake that out and we'll switch. Other hand gets planted, other arm extends. Again, shoulders back and down, core is strong and tight. We're going to extend long. Give yourself that resistance from within. As you extend that heel, make sure that it's not going up above the hip. Good. And when you're done with 12, take a little rest. Grab a drink and put that band back on. I'm going to stay down on the ground to do that. Okay. Come on back to your feet. We got band on. Feet are about hip distance. Let's squat down just a little bit, and we will start on the other side. So I started on my right side last time. I'm going to go left this time. So I'm going to press it out and bring it in. Out, 2, 3. Core tight, shoulders down. Got 2 more on this side. Good. Now I'm going to post that leg and move the other leg. Press out. The non-looking leg right now is staying completely straight, completely solid. I got 7 going on. Good. And now we're going to bring both together and press both out. Bring it together slow, right? Because the band wants to pull your knees together. That's the easy part. We're going to resist that a little bit as we bring it back in. Squeeze your glutes. Good. Keep going. This is one of those kind of like prehab type exercises that really helps with hip range of motion and strength. Good. Really good. So when you're finished with that, we'll bring it back down to the ground. We're going to take the band off, and we're going back 12 each side on the bird dogs. Hopefully this feels different to you than the bird dogs we do in our warm-up, right? We want that resistance. So again, roll your shoulders down, tuck your tailbone a little bit so that lower back is completely flat. Curl your toes. We're going to extend opposite arm, and then resist yourself as you're trying to bring elbow to knee. Let's stop before you ever get to that point where your back is rounding and flexing. This is 5 for me. Lift up out of that shoulder. Breathe. We got 10 here. Good. When you hit 12, switch sides. Right into it. Extend long. Eyes just in front of the fingertips. We got 10 here. You guys should be feeling your core all the way around. Good. Oh, yeah. Good. Again, check to make sure that heel is not creeping up above your hips. It should be one straight line. All right, 1 round left. Band's going back around the thighs. Sorry, my head is always cut off. Okay. Take a big deep breath in. Pick your favorite leg to start. One is planted, other one's going to rotate out. Here we go. We're going to take it out and then back in slow. That's 1, 3, 6, 'Good, and then to the other side. And this is one where you're kind of like, I don't know if I really feel this. You could go up on your resistance if you have that option. And again, really focusing on the muscles you're working. And once you hit 10 on that side, we're going to do them both together. In, and then press out. Doing good. Squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your core. Nice focus. Good job. And again, once you're done with 10 there, you can grab a quick drink. We'll bring it down. One more round on the bird dogs. And don't forget that option if your wrists are starting to bother you. You can't always bring it down here to the forearms. Just make sure your back is as flat as it would be if you were up on your palms. All right, so get into position here. Roll those shoulders down, flatten out your back. So pull your belly button towards your spine. I like my toes curled behind me. I'm going to reach out long, and I'm going to pull it in. Give yourself that resistance. Exhale as you're pulling. Inhale when you're long. Glutes helping you out. You should feel that nice contraction when your leg is fully extended. But again, we're not overextending, so we don't want that lower back to arch at all. When you finish 12 on one side, we'll go to the other side. Almost there. You got it, come on. And 12 for me. Yeah. We've got one more round of exercises to go. There's 3 exercises in this last round. I will be timing you for 2 of them. We're going to do side planks. We're going to do side planks. So 25 seconds each side. I've got options for you. When we get into a side plank, we're going to put the elbow right underneath the shoulder. So first option, we're going to stack everything up and feet are staggered. Hip stays up off the ground. I'm going to open up my chest. I like to take my arm up to the ceiling so I know that I am not rounding forward. And we're just going to hang out here for 25. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can stack your feet on top of one another in that side plank. If that feels like too much, we're going to drop the bottom knee to 90 degrees. Keep the hip up, shoulders open, and we'll hang 25. And we're going to flip over and do 25 on the other side. All right? Let's get into position, side plank, 25 seconds. Give me a second here. All right, pick your option. We're going to lift up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And you're breathing here, thinking about puppy dogs and rainbows. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I like to zip up my thighs, squeeze your glutes. Everything is tight. You've got 5 seconds left on this one. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down. Let's flip sides. We're going to the other side. All right, elbow under the shoulder. Check to make sure that's all lined up. Again, feet can be staggered. We want the top foot in front. We're going to lift up in 3, 2, 1. Feet staggered, feet stacked, or bottom knee to 90. Either one is fine. Listen to what your body's telling you to do today. Looking good. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest down. Nice. Okay, so we need a band again, a loop style band. We're going to do some shoulder tap outs. So I'm going to go for a little bit lighter resistance level for my upper body here. If I can find it. So you're going to put the band around the knuckles here, like this. And then we're going to get into that hands and knees position. Roll your shoulders down, flatten out your back. We're going to tap out to the side, bring it together, tap out to the side, and bring it together. One little kind of tip is to give yourself a marker. So if you're in the middle of like a yoga mat, you're thinking about pressing out to the edge of the mat and then out. Whatever it is, it can be an imaginary marker, but we want to make sure we're keeping that tension on the band, on the outsides of the shoulders at all times. This is 12 each, and we're going to alternate. I think that's right. Let me check. Yeah, 12 per side. So alternate for 24. All right, whenever you're ready, go ahead and grab that band. We're going to get started. Out, 2. Again, soft bend in the elbows. Shoulders down from the ears. Core tight. Shoulders should be on fire. Almost there. Good. Once you're finished, come on to standing. We're going to do a toe tap. So I want you to pretend like you have a soccer ball in front of you. We can take this as low or high impact as you want. It's 30 seconds. So high impact. You're putting your toe on the soccer ball and then tap, 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 tap. Bring it down a little bit. You can tap it out here. Or you can just kind of step and take even more impact out of it. All right, so we're going to be 30 seconds here. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Imagine yourself tapping that soccer ball, or you're tapping it here or here. All right, 15 seconds. You've got 15 to go. 10. Get the heart rate up a little bit high. You got 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice. Grab a quick drink. Side planks coming your way. I'm going to, again, start on the opposite side than I started with the first time. Let's bring it down, elbow underneath the shoulder. Again, remember your options. We've got feet staggered, feet stacked, or bottom knee down. 25 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Again, check to make sure you're not rolling yourself forward, rounding forward. I see hands in the air like you just don't care. I love that that's what I can see of you guys right now. It's just your hand up in the air. It's a beautiful thing. We got 15 down, 10 seconds left. Now it's just 5. You got hip up, squeeze, and rest. Good. Switch. Other way. 25's not so bad, right? All right, I'll go under the shoulder. Feet stacked, staggered, or bottom knee down. Let's lift up in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Zip everything up nice and tight. Head's in line with the rest of you. It's not drooping down to the floor. You got 10 seconds left. Final 5 right here. There's 3 left. 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay, grab your band. This is 24 total, so we're going to put the band back around the knuckles. And again, your option here would just be to lighten up your resistance or not go out quite so far, okay? So let's get it started. The shoulders are away from the ears. We're going to go whenever you're ready. Tap it out. 24. Good. Hopefully you're feeling it. That goes by pretty quick. You're like, we're not done yet. Okay, back to your feet when you're ready. And let's get ready for those toe taps. I know you're excited. Here we go. 10 soccer balls right in front of you, 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're kicking the ball, little toe taps on top, or you take down that impact, tap the ground, or you can tap up. All of them are great options. We are 10 seconds left. Final 5 right here. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the grand finale round. We have just one more time through. We're going to start with the side plank. Let's bring it down. All right, stack that elbow under the shoulder. We're going to start in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. This is it, home stretch. We're going to actually stretch after this is over. Keep squeezing, keep lifting that hip. At 10 seconds. Final 5. You got 3 left, 2, 1, down, and let's switch sides. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Lift up. Some big deep breaths in, knowing that you're there. You put in a lot of hard work this morning. We got 10 left. You should feel good about every little bit of it. At 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Grab your band. Putting it around the knuckles. We got 24 of these. Let's go ahead and get started when you're ready. And check your positioning. So core strong. Tap out. Ooh, that's too much. I wanted to go heavier, but I think balanced. I need the Goldilocks band for this one, and I don't have it. Again, kind of like the internal external rotation, this is one of those exercises that's really creating strong shoulder, stable shoulder. And you guys are done. Okay, we got toe taps, 30 seconds of effort left. Make your way to your feet, don't get dizzy. On your mark. Get set. Final 30. 3, 2, 1, go. Makes the computer shake. I hope you're not getting dizzy by watching my shaking computer. All right, final 15. If you're feeling good, can you go a little bit faster? Boom, 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 boom. Final 10. Almost there. Come on, 5 seconds left. Go, go, go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Yay! Great job. We're going to stretch it out here. Hopefully you can stick around. I know we started about 5 minutes late, so my apologies for that. Let's take a big deep breath in. We're going to cross one arm across your chest, drop your shoulder down away from your ear. Either hugging just above or below the elbow joint. Feeling good? hopefully. It's a good way to start a Monday. Let's switch sides. Stretching out those shoulders that we just worked. And let's crisscross the palms. Put a little bit of pressure between your palms. Tuck your chin down. This shoe should feel a little bit more through the upper back. And then let's reverse it. Knuckles behind. Press down. Open up the chest. Feel a little stretch in the biceps. Good, and let's let that go. We're going to go flat back stretch, so feet about hip distance. Just like we did on that deadlift, you're going to hinge, reach for mid-shin, crown of the head going towards the wall opposite you, tailbone stretch in the other direction. Breathe. And when you're ready, let's bring it down to the ground. We're going to go for figure 4. If it feels good for you, you can lay back. We're going to cross the right leg over the left, grab that hamstring and pull it towards you. You can also do this one seated up and just plant your hands behind you, press your chest in towards your legs. And when you're ready, go ahead and switch sides. Good, and then the last one is going to be a seated twist. So you'll sit up tall. Let's go ahead and extend our right leg, plant the left outside of that right knee. We're going to take the right arm, hook it around the left knee. Sit up tall, rotate. Let's take a look over that shoulder, get the neck in on the action. And then let's switch sides. Hook that arm around, sit up tall. Look over the shoulder. And then let's untwist that. That is the end of your workout. You did an awesome job. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feedback welcome. I hope you guys have a really good week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
Thanks. See ya.
See you later. Bye, Lucinda.